Good day, everyone. It is May the 29th, 2025. Another rainy day here in Canada, in Ontario. That seems to be the norm nowadays. It rains about 5 out of 6 days. Weather manipulation, no question about it. The sky is just complete clouds all the time. They blocked out the sun, like they said they were going to. So it's not a surprise. They told us they were going to do it, and they're doing it. So I made some videos about black fatigue and racism, and what a learning experience that was. A very disappointing one. The vitriol, I guess we call it, the hatred, the nastiness, the inability to have a reasonable conversation without telling people to shut the F up and calling names and something else. Everybody is so nasty, just hateful and nasty. It's terrible to see. I will never be that way, no matter what. I mean, I get a little angry about certain things, and I'll, state my point, but this name calling and cursing and swearing at people, and it's not helpful at all. It's really not. And it's not what truly intelligent people do. Okay? Truly intelligent people want to get to solutions, and they realize that doing that is going to take you the opposite way. It's not how you get to any solution. It's how you cause more problem. So the title of this video is Culture is Not Your Friend, and that's stolen from Terence McKenna. He did a lecture years ago called exactly that. Culture is not your friend. Okay? And he was one of the most brilliant men who ever lived, in my opinion. I've read most of his books. I've listened to countless hours of his lectures. He's one of the most reasonable, he's dead unfortunately, but was one of the most reasonable people ever. He would look at all sides of something, and he definitely wasn't there name calling and cursing and swearing at people. He was trying to get to solutions, right? Trying to figure things out. That's what a truly intelligent person does. That's what an intellectual should always do. And he realized that culture, well, first, before I talk about what he said about it, I got, because I mentioned that in my last few videos about the black community and their culture and then white people and their culture and different cultures around the world, how that can be, it's not the race of the person, it's the culture they get involved in, how that can most times be the problem. One person commented and said, well, where did culture come from? It didn't fall from the sky. Nope, that's correct. It didn't fall from the sky, and it's not homegrown either. It is created through things like music, movies, books, all that stuff. All the things, pop culture, right? Where do you think pop culture comes from? The people don't create it. Movie makers, musicians, all guided by intelligence agencies. Okay, this is something that people need to learn in order to get a good scope on what's actually going on. Culture is not created by the average person in the world. It's created by gatekeepers and social engineers, technocrats. Most people don't even know what a technocrat is. If you don't know what a technocrat is, you're not going to understand this world whatsoever. Another word for technocracy would be a scientific dictatorship. And that's a perfect term for it, because it's very scientific how they do things and how they mold the world, how they create division between groups, how they get people fighting with each other, how they do it all. I mean, the whole world is steered by this kind of stuff, by very evil people who think they know better for everybody in the world and want to make all the decisions and want to steer things their own way. People in general do not create the culture. So no, it doesn't fall from the sky. It's fed to us. It's totally fed to us. Now, I'm old enough to remember the world before the internet. This is another big thing. The internet has just twisted the world in a way that when I'm having discussions with younger people that weren't alive before the internet existed, they have no reference point they have nothing to compare this world now to. I do. I'm 55 years old. I was alive way before the internet existed. The world was completely different. There's no similarity in the world that I grew up in and the one that's out there now. The one that's out there now is nasty, hateful, full of division, violent, everything bad. Everything bad. The world wasn't like that before. The world was really not like that before. People did not feel the need to be in confrontation with each other 24/7, but now they do. That's the internet and mostly social media. How many of you think that Mark Zuckerberg created Facebook? Nope. DARPA created Facebook. That's all coming out now. I've been screaming this for 15 years because there was a video on YouTube years and years ago. It's gone. I can't find it for the life of me now. But it was about how the CIA and DARPA created Facebook and used Mark Zuckerberg as the face of it to make everybody think just some kid in his dorm room made this social media platform. No. CIA and DARPA. It's a surveillance and social engineering tool. It creates culture. It creates culture. The biggest one that creates culture is music. No matter what anybody thinks, the social engineers can steer the world by what music they allow out into the world. This is why Terence McKenna said, culture is not your friend, because it's being spoon-fed to you for the purpose of molding the world in a certain way. If you think it's homegrown, you're just uninformed, okay? You're uninformed. I've been studying this stuff for years and years. Literally, like sometimes night and day. I don't stop. I'm an inquiring mind. And I don't bother with the culture. I don't listen to the popular music, especially now. I did listen to rock and roll all my life till I learned what it was designed to do. And now I'm very selective with any music I listen to. I don't want to listen to the sounds of Lucifer. Okay, they actually take the master tapes and do a ritual. They have in Sony, they actually have a chapel where they take the master tape, do a ritual over the master, a black mass. I mean, I don't want to listen to that. I believe in sorcery and stuff big time. I don't think it's all bullshit like a lot of people do. I know for a fact it's not. I used to be a magician. Years ago, got involved in that. I know it's real. And music is the most potent form of sorcery around. I mean, if you know what you're doing with music, you can mold the whole world. Okay, this is what Terence McKenna was meaning when he said, culture's not your friend. It's created by evil people and spoon-fed to you. So, gatekeepers. Why do you think there's gatekeepers that protect the music industry so closely? It's because anybody else gets in and their music goes big. Well, that's influence that didn't come from them. They're not having that. They gatekeep no matter what. I'm a musician. I've been around music all my life and been around musicians all my life. I even knew some fairly successful ones, or ones who they should have been successful. They were right on the brink of it, but they wouldn't go for the establishment. They wouldn't join that because they know how evil it is. So they were trying to make it independently, and the gatekeepers just wouldn't let them. They get to a certain point, and that's it. You're getting too much influence now. Too many people are knowing who you are. We're going to cut you off right here. Culture is not your friend. Culture is definitely not your friend. The movies. For some people, they're not that into music, but they're heavy into movies. They watch every single one. And the movies are satanic, evil and desensitize people to violence. This stuff always existed to a point because, Terence McKenna was talking about this decades ago, obviously, when he was alive. But it was never, now it's just on steroids. The culture is being spoon-fed to the world. Social media is the scourge of the planet because it was created by DARPA and the CIA, not Mark Zuckerberg. That is literally coming out now, proof of it. It's all being released. You can find this out. There's a channel called Hustle Bitch, best channel on YouTube, I think. He just did a 15, 20-minute video on this whole DARPA and CIA creating Facebook thing. Okay? There's no question about it. I'm not making it up. It's true. It's totally true. Go watch Hustle Bitch's video. It's not even that old. I think I watched it 3 weeks ago. And you'll see very clearly, culture's not your friend because intelligence agencies are creating it and spoon-feeding it to you through things like social media and the internet in general. The internet's made everybody nasty as shit. I can hardly believe how nasty everyone is, how ready for an argument and a fight and to start insulting. And they're doing it to someone who's not combative in return at all. I'm not a combative person. I'm not going to fight with you. I've said nothing in my videos that warrants someone cursing, swearing, yelling at me, calling me names. Not a thing. I haven't said anything. I'm trying to be rational and actually address what the problem actually is. The problem is culture. Culture is not your friend. And the reason I'm able to see it is because even as a child, I stayed out of it. I had a rule. If everybody was doing it, I wouldn't go near it. That was always my rule, and it's still my rule. If everybody's into it, I don't even have a smartphone. I don't have one. I will not have one. I know what they do. As a matter of fact, I know they're alive. They're literally a form of life. It's a weird form of life, but it's a form of life. They are alive, and they are meant to do very, very bad things to human beings. That's another thing I just won't have nothing to do with. I watched a few movies through my life. Of course, I've seen some, not near as many as most people have. I've never owned a television. I've never watched television. I will watch videos on YouTube because I can select what I want to watch. I'm not going to put on a box and just let it feed me crap. Because television, it's telling you a vision. It's telling you something that they want you to think and want you to see. It's not telling you anything good. Do you think the controllers, the gatekeepers, are looking out for your best interests? If you think that, as they say, I got a bridge I can sell you. Because that's not the case. They hate you. They absolutely hate you. Okay? The intelligence agencies are on a campaign to destroy the Western world. These are communists, guys. The international community of communists have all banded together. And in order for them to have their utopian world that they envision, which is actually a dystopian world, guess what they got to do first? They got to destroy the Western world. What's one of the main ways they do that? By creating division between all these different groups. Pro-abortionists, pro-life people. White people, black people. Christians, Muslims. It goes on, like I said in my last few videos. The more you jump on that, the more you're assisting evil people who just want to destroy our whole world and make the world a communist shithole. They want equality and equity. It's equity, actually, they're after. It's not equality, equity. Everybody is poor. Everybody's at the same level. Everybody gets the same. Basically, we're all going to be screwed. That's how they envision it. They think that they're the only ones who deserve anything good, and we deserve to live in poverty and starvation and keep our numbers down, and they're communists. And in order for them to succeed with what they're doing, they're using culture to destroy the Western world. And everybody is making it real easy for them. Making it real easy. Do you think it might be in their best interest to have black people and white people hating each other? Mm-hmm. Yep. That's why they create China White. China White was a really potent heroin. Guess where that came from? I think it was in the 70s. Came from the CIA. So did crack cocaine. Crack cocaine was also a creation of the CIA, injected into poor black neighborhoods to destroy those neighborhoods and put them on their knees and create all this. I mean, this program is decades long. It's not something they do over a period of 2 years. They've been doing this for 30 years, 40 years, even longer than that now. It's a long time they've been at this. China White was literally this crazy potent heroin that killed a whole bunch of people and just wrecked complete neighborhoods. They made it cheap. They made it readily available for everybody. The CIA did that. Yep. Crack cocaine, same thing. Cocaine's not doing the job quick enough here. What can we do? Oh, we can rock this stuff up, get a scientist here to figure out how to do that. And that's what they did. And they made crack, and they fed it to all the black neighborhoods. That's what they did. The CIA did that. Do you think black people just decided one day, let's make a drug that'll destroy us all? Nope. Nope. That was created and fed to them. Spoon-fed to them. Can you blame them for going for it? No. Their lives were miserable. They're living in poor conditions. They were being totally persecuted in many ways. So the relief that crack cocaine and China White offered, that's a little relief from the misery. So easy to get them into it. And that's what they did. That's what they did. Culture is not your friend. And even that's part of culture. Crack and heroin, that's part of culture. The crack especially became that's the face of the black neighborhoods back when it happened. I remember crack hitting Halifax, just showing up all of a sudden, and what destruction it did. It was unreal how quickly it completely wrecked neighborhoods. Intelligence agencies created it. Like they create the music and gatekeep it. They design the movies. They don't design them, like they're not the ones who write the scripts all the time. They have influence in it for sure. So does China. China has a big influence over the movie industry. They will not, if the movie industry makes a movie that China doesn't approve of, they'll swoop in before it's released and say, you're going to change this and this and this. Because they're watching the whole time these movies are being made. And anything that's not approved by them, they've bribed everybody so damn bad that people do what they say. Culture's not your friend. Do you want the Chinese Communist Party deciding what you see? And, well, when you go to their movies, it's all approved by the CCP or it wouldn't be released. They have gatekeepers too. Culture is not your friend.